I started working with clay because a poet told me I perceive the world primarily through touch. She said that working with clay, with my hands, would be good for me. She was right. At the end of the day, I'm covered in evidence of intimacy. A streak of mud dries across my cheek. Dirt cakes under my fingernails. My body aches from the physicality of it all. I connect with the clay in ways that are difficult sometimes with others. I was born with my intestines coming out of my stomach. My mom was poor, so she slept in her car waiting for the NICU's visiting hours. It's not because she didn't want to hold me that I wasn't held, but that doesn't change the fact that my early days were untouched. My mom, she stayed with my biological father for maybe a year after I was born with his parents on a small remote island. Sometimes his mother would watch me, but she would never hold me. A held baby is a spoiled baby. She wasn't the only one who thought so. From at least 1912, women were told to only hold their babies when necessary. In the 1920s, psychologists told parents to limit physical touch to a single forehead kiss at bedtime, or maybe a handshake or a pat on the head. And I read a story just a couple of years ago that said it's inappropriate for an adult to high-five anyone under the age of 18 because two palms slapping midair leads to disrespect. Touch changes us. And change, by its very nature, is unstable. We're a culture afraid of instability, and so also we're afraid of touch. Merely touching an object changes the way we perceive the world and those around us. If we hold something warm while conversing with someone, we associate the person we're speaking to with warmth. So now I try to seek out the beautifully sensuous. Everything that touches my eyes or ears or my skin, it impacts how I show up in the world. So I try to be more intentional about it. This happens most often in my art. In the studio, my Pacinian touch sensors develop and my tools become extensions of my body. I feel the vibrations of the earth through my rib as I manipulate the form before me. The wheel spins and I feel the thickness of the form, even though my hands are separated by a dense, dark wall. What exactly do I encounter when I encounter the sticky intimacy of clay? Is it really just dust made malleable with water? Or Is it a piece of animate earth embodied in its own right? I think it's the latter. My mind comes to the practice with an intention, but my hands and the clay have a conversation of their own. And from this wordless conversation, sometimes a shape comes forth that I didn't intend. I could force my intention upon the clay. I could force the earth to submit. The more experience I gain, the more I'm able to do this. But I find I love the pieces more, and they have more character when I allow a dialogue. Strange and magical things emerge that don't come wholly from my imagination, but from the earth's too. And when finally I fire a piece in the kiln, it is transformed through touch from malleable to solid. It is transformed, and the process is such that it can never go back to what it was. It might transform again. Perhaps something that I intended to be a bowl will be used as a vase, but it will never be clay again. As I explore the language of my body and how it resonates with the body of the earth, I feel myself transforming. Sometimes it occurs to me that I can never go back to who I was. I will continue becoming, but I'll never again be who I was. I am changed forever.